everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Debbie and I read a lot of books. And also, welcome to the 7 days of Christmas. This is what I'm doing for Vlogmas this year, so I'm not going to do a proper Vlogmas, it's just the 1 week. And this book is A Boy Called Christmas by Haig. Now, haven't seen the movie, never read the book before, so I thought this was a really nice, proper cheesy one to do. It is a children's book, but who cares? Sometimes you just want to read something festive. So its target audience is 10 plus and is in children, Christmas and children's fiction. It's 272 pages, so it was a really nice quick read. So for those who, like me, hadn't heard of this story at all, here is the blurb for you. You are about to read the true story of Father Christmas. It is a story that proves that nothing is impossible. If you are one of those people who believe that some things are impossible, you should put this book down right away. It is most certainly not for you. But this book is full of impossible things. Are you still reading? Good. Then let us begin. This book was so sweet. I absolutely adored it. It was so easy to read. There are beautiful illustrations all the way through this book. I will show you the front cover. This was the redesigned cover for the film coming out. I've read Haig books before. I've read one, Midnight Library. But yeah, so this is the story of a young boy and how he becomes Father Christmas. So yeah, so you've got a young boy called Nicholas who lives with his father Joel. His mother died, and so it's just Nicholas and his father, who is a woodcutter. Joel has always been one to tell Nicholas that magic is real and you just have to believe in it. But it's obvious that along the way, Joel, his belief in magic and wonderful things has dwindled a little bit after his wife died. And yeah, this year, Nicholas's father has decided he wants to prove that the stories that he has told his son are real, and he goes off on a mission to find proof of the magic of Christmas and elves, leaving Nicholas in the care of his Aunt Carlotta, who is awful and is horrible. And Nicholas actually goes through a lot of things with his aunt until he finally, one thing in particular, where she does something so horrible, he decides to run away. And that's the point when he tries to follow his father. He tries to follow his father to the magical land. I love all the little hints and stuff as to what he'd become, like the point when Nicholas stumbles upon a reindeer and names this reindeer Blitzen after Blitzen Lake, or Lake Blitzen, which is a lake near where he lives. And yeah, so you've got all these lovely little things that you can look at, which lead to what we know Christmas as now. So you've just got the lovely little events going through as he goes off on this mission to find his father, and the twists and turns as you go through. The illustrations in this book are done by Chris Mould. The illustrations are just lovely. This, aren't they just amazing illustrations? I love a book that uses illustrations like that because it works with your imagination. So for somebody who is a very visual reader, as in my mind kind of creates that image in my mind as I'm reading. I know it's not like that for a lot of people, but I am a person who sees the image in my mind, and having the illustration just aids that part of my imagination as I'm reading the book. And yeah, I just thought it was so sweet. This would have been a lovely story to have when I was little. This book came out in 2016, I believe, so I lose track of how old I am. I would have been 27 when this book came out. I was born in 1989. For a second there I read that as 2006 and I was thinking, oh, I was 17. It was just nope, I was not 17 in 2016. But yeah, so you've got him just befriending all these different characters as he goes through until he finally turns up in the land that we know as the North Pole, and seeing the friendships that he makes and what he does to save Christmas in his own way, even though what we know as Christmas isn't there yet. And you see this kid growing up and becoming the person that has filled so many imaginations over the years in the terms of Santa Claus, Father Christmas. And yeah, the idea of just having This is the story that people don't really talk about, of like how Father Christmas became Father Christmas, and I think it's just such a good premise for a book, and I think it's so sweet and lovely. And the book doesn't have its own Wikipedia page, which I cannot believe. So yeah, I now want to watch the film and see what that's like. It looks like it had a really good cast, the film. Got like Toby Jones, Sally Hawkins, Kristen Wiig, Stephen Merchant, Jim Broadbent, Maggie Smith, and yeah, just the image of the kid that plays Nicholas on the poster. I just think the film looks like it would be a really, really good match for the book. I don't know how much Matt Haig was involved in the adaptation, because he didn't write the screenplay. He obviously just went off the book. Maybe he was a producer in there somewhere, I don't know. It says on Rotten Tomatoes it has an 84% approval rating based on 30 reviews. Just like, I mean, that's pretty good. On Rotten Tomatoes I have 84%, that's a good film. It reads really nicely, the illustrations are really, really nice, and just the idea that it's a story that isn't told often. Just this wonderful idea that a young boy called Nicholas trying to find his way in life and trying to figure out what his goal in life is, because you realise going through the story that he thinks everybody else has it figured out, but he doesn't, and you realise that you don't have to know what your end goal is like when you're a kid. Some people don't find it until their 20s, 30s, 40s. Some people might not even find that out until they're in their 50s or 60s. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because as long as you're happy and you're doing what you can do to possibly make the world a better place, that's all that really matters. And you know, even if you feel like you're insignificant in a world full of hands to somebody, you are wonderful. And I just think that's really adorable and really sweet. So yeah, I feel like I've said very little. It is just a sweet kid story, which, to be honest, it's not just a kid story, it's a story that can be read by all ages, and you can find a little bit of yourself in Nicholas, seeing the wonderful things he does across the story and how he stands up for himself, and the way he stands up to the adults around him. And it's just like, no, what you're doing is wrong, what you're doing is naughty. I might just be 11 years old, but even I know the difference between right and wrong, when the adults in the story have fallen out with the magic. I'm just feeling very festive right now. A Boy Called Christmas by Matt Haig. That's the adapted front cover for the movie, and that was the original cover. Just so lovely and beautiful illustrations. So that was A Boy Called Christmas by Matt Haig. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope you are enjoying my 7 days of Christmas, and I will see you next time. I'll see you tomorrow. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Bye.